Good morning, ducks! Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Duck Adventure for, what is the date? It's Thursday, so it might be October 6th. If I'm wrong, I'll fix it on the screen. I'm pretty sure it's Thursday. I'll have to check that too. Anyways, Doug's hurt. His limp's too bad today. He ran too much yesterday, so Doug's in the house. So we're going to let the ducks out. I've already shot some rounds off. We're going to take a chance and no protection. It's just far too nice, and we got some rain coming, which I'm really hoping I can pull this duck rush off. It's like I keep feeling sprinkles, but I'm hoping it's not going to amount to anything. So we're going to let the ducks out here. They're getting into position behind me. So let's get this show on the road. They want out. And I got to get the bathtub done today. And my body's feeling a little bit today. Oh, I shoveled it with a little too much gravel yesterday with everything else I did. Oh yeah, look at this. They're letting me know. All right, ducks, let's let you out. All right, duckies. That Muscovy that flew over top stopped the whole flock. That's so funny. Hi, Stripper. Oh, you're coming out right away today. Are you going to the lake? Obviously. All right. We're on a mad rush to the lake today, guys. Serious rush, actually. I'm going to try to stay behind them here so that I don't fragment the rush. Poor Dougie's hurting bad though. He's got a really bad limp this morning. I'm hoping here that we don't have a situation where we need Doug. I actually gave him a painkiller last night when he came into the house. I noticed he had a pretty bad limp. So I gave him his anti-inflammatory and a painkiller. So I'm hoping that he just a little bit of a rest here. I gotta go do my edit after this, and then I gotta finish the bathtub. I'll probably let him out with me when I'm working on the bathtub. Oh, they're going good today. It's supposed to be like a 23-degree day today, and sunny. But we got this cloud cover, which actually makes it good for video. But it doesn't make it very nice. I thought for sure it was going to be a really sunny day. Tomorrow's supposed to be really sunny and nice. Happy ducks going to the lake. I can't believe Stripper. She's just a truck in here. Look at this. I think I forced her out of hiding, guys, by taking her hiding spot away underneath the bathtub. Okay, the ducks are not doing any freaking peeking, they're going in the water. What's happening here this morning? I'm having a bit of a problem walking. I'm sort of walking like Stripper is, actually. Alright, I got myself into a soft spot here. We've got some cold nights coming up, like 0 degree type stuff, and that'll seriously cool the lake down for the remaining snapping turtles that are still in the lake. Anyway, Stripper. She's so funny. Look at it. Her feet are flopping up. What a cute little duck. Oh. Something's going on over here. Wouldn't you know it if something happened here this morning? And we don't have Doug, but Doug's actually, I wouldn't want Doug working right now anyways. He's in too rough a shape. I couldn't believe the limp this morning, it was bad. Well, it was so bad, guys, I put him right back in the house. Okay, I gotta get in a position here for our morning flyby. I'm back out here, guys. Really bad news. I left the big camera out here because I'm coming back out to do the flyby. I walked back there where the controller is for the drone. I can hear the drone start making a noise like it's going home, because like it does every morning here when I'm doing this. It flies back to where I took off from, and I calibrated the compass this morning like I always do, and I could hear it. I turn around thinking that it should be behind me, following me back to where, you know, I took off from. It's gone. The drone is just disappeared. I don't know where it is. The controller, I got up to it, and it still had the picture, the last picture, bulrushes. And I don't understand it, because I had it 118 feet in the air, like well above the trees, out in the open. So it's somewhere over there. I don't know where it went. I have no idea where the thing went. And to try to find it in the bulrush is like I don't even know where like, I don't know if it flew farther away and then crashed. But the thing was, like, I was walking back and I don't believe this. I don't even know where to start looking. Like, I don't know if it started flying away and crashed. And the thing is, it said connection lost, but I could still see it was recording. It said radio connection, and then it had a flash on the screen coming home, and you could see the bulrushes flickering, like the fan blades were still, or the propellers were still running. But we've got rain started here. It's starting to mist. So I'm gonna go hang the camera up here in some shelter. I'm gonna go and see if I can find this thing. I don't believe this. Unbelievable. And it's not even windy out. Like, oh man. Talk about make me not have very good stomach right now. I just can't believe, like, what would cause it to drop out of the sky? I don't know. All right. I'm gonna go on search and rescue. Did not count on this morning. Well, so far nothing's happened here. The DJI app says it's over in that area. That's what it says on the locate. I'm baffled on why it crashed. Because I've been doing this where, you know, I set it up and, you know, and I do the rush and it stays up in the air. And like when the image that it was transmitting back, like I said, it lost radio control with the drone, but it was still sending back the image, and I could see the bulrushes moving. So the the propellers were still moving. All right, so it's somewhere back there. Oh man, this is gonna. Where is? Oh, you know, this is literally like trying to find a needle in a haystack. All right, here I go. You know what would be really nice right now, guys, is one of those like key finders where you press the, you know, one of those remote controls and it beeps to let you know where it is. Because this is crazy. I have no idea where it is back here. None, actually. According to the GPS last position it shows on the app, it's back here in the maze of bulrushes. Oh, this sucks so much. You know, at least the last time it crashed back here, I knew that I hit a tree, so I knew it was near a tree. I have no idea where it could be sitting. I could literally spend a day walking around back here and still not find it. Like, oh, this is frustrating. It's not looking good, guys. I have no idea where it could be back here. I'm pretty deep, and the problem is that, you know, unless you walk right over top of it, you're not going to know it's there because it's oh. I don't believe this. And there's so many holes back here when you're walking. And it's like, you know, oh man, I'm really not doing well right now, guys. Where would it be? And the thing is, the GPS signal, like on the app, it just says this area, you know, like. Well, I'll just keep plugging away here. Whoa! I'll be careful I don't fall in a hole and disappear. And there are so many holes. Like, this is nuts. I need a drone to find the drone. And the thing is, the other drone I have, the battery is only good for 3 minutes of flight. You're not going to get much video in 3 minutes of flight. Oh man, this is... Oh, I don't believe this. I got a really bad feeling, guys. Really bad feeling that I don't know how I'm going to find this thing. I'm I'm walking here. I'm on a stump right now, so I'm a little higher, but it's like the GPS says this area. That was the last position I had it. You know, I had it up there looking down at the ducks. So that's the last position the software shows is this area. But like, it's so treacherous walking back here. You can only go certain spots. Like, you can't walk anywhere there. You sink. Man. One of those key finder things, you know, you beep and it beeps back at you. That's exactly what I need right now. Oh man, this sucks so much. Whoa! Almost went over my boot. And the thing was, you know, when I was walking back to the controller, like I've been doing, I could hear the thing, you know, changing the pitch as it was flying home, you know, like it's done before for me, where it follows me home. You know, as I time it, usually the battery, you know, the go home starts about the same time as I go home, and I could hear the pitch, so I didn't think anything of it. You know, I thought, okay, it's coming back to the controller, to the launch site, and then I turn around and I don't see it in the sky. I'm like, okay, where to go? And I'm thinking fly away, but you know, I calibrated it so it shouldn't have done a fly away. And then I look at the iPad to see the monitor, and I see bulrushes moving at ground level, like a propeller hitting it, and it's saying connection lost, RC connection lost. But the camera was still transmitting a signal to me. So that means the Wi-Fi, I was still in Wi-Fi range. So it's like, it's in this area, but like, it's a little tiny white thing in the scope of the swamp is pretty hard to find. You'd almost need a search and rescue crew to do a grid pattern. To find it. But I don't know why it would fall out of the sky. It had a good battery when I took off, and you know, the go home doesn't start till 20%, which is like a ton of power to get home. I've actually done some experiments with it, and 20% is a lot of power, guys. You can do a lot of flying with 20% power. Way more than the trip back to the launch site. Oh. Oh, this is, oh man. I don't believe this. And now the sun's coming out, and I've got a jacket on, and a shotgun on my back, and I'm overheating. I don't get this. I'm going to try to do sort of a grid pattern here. I'm going to get back by the creek and work my way out, just in the hopes that, you know, it did start flying home. Oh, look at this. It's absolutely beautiful too. Like, absolutely gorgeous. The perfect filming opportunity, and I'm playing search and rescue for a downed drone. It was right up in this area is where I had, it was right up in this area, guys, right here is where the drone was. 118 feet in the air. 118 feet up. And there was like next to no wind. It was very, very calm. It wasn't windy that would cause, you know, the drone to get smashed to the ground. So I'm just gonna walk the creek line first here to see if I can see anything. Okay, the ducks were on tour in the back area. Oh, okay, back to searching, Matt. This area is impossible to walk. But I didn't see water in the camera. But that could mean it's hung up, you know, on the bulrushes above the water. GPS says this area, but I don't know if that's the last position it was or how it works on that. Well, I'm going to go into this now and do a walk down, you know, 8 to 10 feet inside the bulrushes and see if I can see anything. Oh, it's not the best area to walk, of course. Oh man, how do you... This is bad, guys. This is really bad. The thing is, you know, it's the thing is, guys, unless you walk right up on it, you know, the chances of, you know, seeing it are pretty slim in here. I'm walking the grid here, doing trying to do the straight line down the side of the creek here, line of my cut line, I should say, and I'm hoping that I'm going to stumble across the crash site. I just don't understand why it would drop out of the air like that. Like, doesn't make any sense. None whatsoever. I know I'm getting really hot. Temperature is seriously climbing here. I need to get rid of my jacket. This is this sucks. This sucks a lot. Okay, I just walked down the whole cut line, 10 feet in. I'm gonna go another 10 feet to my right and try to go a straight line again down there. I'm hoping this this grid pattern I'm doing is gonna work. You know, I thought I had an idea, you know, maybe if I went and got my buddy's Argo, but then I thought, you know, I could accidentally run it over. Oh wow, that was a big explosion. Somebody's dynamiting something. Yeah, so I thought I could go get my buddy's Argo, but the problem is, you know, I could literally drive over it and crush it, and we'd be no farther ahead. Oh, you know, I wish Doug was a hound right now. I'd be getting him to smell the battery and get him on a lithium battery hunt here. Well, I'll just keep going back and forth here. I'll do it until I feel that I'm absolutely not going to find it. I think my best hope, though, is to stick to this grid pattern. Even though I keep running into big, massive holes. There's a lot of paths back here. Doug's got quite a maze, guys. And the thing is, another thing is the fact that the drone came back, the last image of, you know, with the moving bulrushes, it looked like it was sort of in a clearing a little bit, you know, like it wasn't the super thick bulrushes. Because the super thick bulrushes, it could get hung up in them and actually be off the ground. All right, well, I'll keep searching. I'm not having much luck, guys. I keep hitting these water holes too that make it hard to continue my straight line. Because I'm really trying hard to stay in a straight line here so that I actually cover every inch. It's not looking good. It's not looking good at all, actually. the thing is, of dropping into this kind of stuff, unless you know, walk right up onto it, you're not going to find it. But it'd be like, this is the kind of shot that I got the last video. It wasn't really dense bulrushes. Oh, I'm startling the ducks. I'm now at the backside of the creek here. Well, on a positive note, guys, is that, you know, the camera, and it was working. It wasn't in water. Oh, freaking the ducks right out here. They're ducks in their little maze of trails. All right. Oh, we're getting into really soft stuff here. Okay, I've got to keep my straight line happening here. And the thing is, you got to go right to the end just to make sure, because, you know, it would really suck if you know, you were like 6 feet away from finding it and you turn around. So I'm trying to go as far as I can, as in like right to the edge of the water, to make sure that I've come to the end. I'm now behind the creek where the ducks go in. According to the GPS, this is the area right here. But I don't know how accurate the GPS is on the drone. Like, I don't know, is it like 20 feet, 30 feet? Which 20, 30 feet in here is a lot of distance. But this is the exact area that it said that it crashed. Well, I've reached the end of how far I can get. I can hear the ducks about 15 feet over there. But this area is like true floating, and I've already almost disappeared once in the water. Alright, I gotta pick another line and head back. Oh no, guys. I've got myself out here and it's iffy on the flotation of this vegetation. Okay, I gotta backtrack. I'm at a point of no return here. I'm really frustrated and I'm really mad at myself because I actually thought about not filming today and just focusing on getting the bathtub done in the pen, my duck responsibilities, and here I am looking for my lost drone. I'm on my 5th pass now, so I'm roughly 40 feet from the edge of the creek cut line. I'm not having a good feeling, guys. I'm trying to think of a way of finding it. I'm racking my brain here. There's got to be another way to search this area. I know it's really difficult to keep your line straight. I have to pick a tree ahead of me, and I have to keep my eye on it and still look. I don't believe this. I'm now becoming delusional, guys. I keep thinking I see it. I'm not. My eyes are starting to play tricks on me going through this stuff. But I know everything on the left hand side of that tree is clear. It didn't crash on that side so far, which is not a good thing, because the more I get to the right of that tree, the dirtier the swamp gets and the harder it is to walk through to search. And the more water holes you hit. I got a really bad feeling. Bad feeling, guys. This is the problem I keep running into doing the grid pattern going through here. You hit these holes that you can't step in, and you've got to be really careful stepping across, because, you know, I could easily step across that, but I don't know if I'm stepping onto something that's going to hold my weight, or I'm going to go, you know, over my boots. Do you believe this? Unbelievable! I almost was going to turn around. Oh man, why did you drop out of the sky? You guys, I have no idea. I was just about to give up, because I'm like, oh man. Why did you drop out of the sky? And there's like nothing to hit here, guys. Look at, like, it's wide open. It just dropped out of the sky. Like, I was thinking, I had a feeling that maybe, you know, it hit that tree over there. But I had it 118 feet up in the air. And, oh, I don't believe this. And that tree's not even 66 feet. Which, the go home setting is 66 feet. But for some reason, it just dropped out of the sky and landed here, which is actually, guys, this is exactly where I had the drone set up. I had it set right here, filming that area over there. Oh man! All right, let's go back and see what. Oh, okay. Okay. It took me 2 hands hanging on the bulrushes to get out here. Oh. I was just about to give up. Just about. I was starting to get frustrated, to the point that I was thinking, I'm just wasting my time here and it ain't going to get found. Unbelievable. I bet you I've been out here 2 hours, guys. At least 2 hours. I'm seriously behind now. Why would it drop out of the sky? Well, my grid search, search and rescue worked. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. At least it wasn't in the water. You know, it didn't hit any water. All right, ducks. Okay, I see a little stripper out of the mouth of the creek, guys. Right at the mouth of the creek. She's out there swimming. It's her. I don't believe this. Alright, let's go see if it works. I had to go get rid of my jacket and let Dougie out. I spent 3.5 hours in the swamp, guys. I'd like to know why it just dropped out of the sky, and where it dropped out of the sky. Actually, the GPS was pretty close to where it said on the locate, but I'd like to know why it just dropped, because that actually was the spot I had it sitting to do this morning's filming, overhead filming on the rush, and you know, for it I'd like to drop out like that. It's unless it's a battery problem, or I don't know. I'm gonna do I got a fresh battery here right now, and I'm going to see if it works, see what the deal is. Oh man, I don't believe this. So if the next bit of footage you see is drone footage, it means I got it working. Unfortunately, there'll be no duck sounds because I've got the big camera back here, and I've got to get my action to gear. I haven't got my edit done, which is not going to happen now because I've got to get the bathtub finished today. All right, so if the next footage you see is the drone of the ducks and me talking to you, it means it's working. One of the motors is not working anymore. Anyways, I'll fire it up here and I'll show you. The motors on the left are not working. One's seizing right up here, and one's moving slower. The right hand side's spinning the right speed. The left hand side, well, one's going slow and one is not moving at all. Nothing. Oh, okay. No. No. We got a problem, Houston. We got a dead motor. From what I can see, it's got some kind of binding happening here. Okay. I might be able to fix this, guys. I'm just looking. All right, sorry about that. I think I can fix this. It looks like it's shifted. It's got a bit of a shift happening. It looks like from impact. The motor looks crooked. But that's an impact. So what caused it to fall out of the sky? That's the big question here. All right, as much as I would love to go in the garage and work on this, I got to work on the bathtub. Bathtub has to get done. I salvaged the footage from this morning, so that's not wrote off. I'm gonna fix this later once I get the bathtub done, my edit done, and then we'll do a drone repair. Well, I'll do a drone repair and I'll give you an update. What a totally screwed up day today is. I'm going to do something. I'm going to take the two little ducks that have a really hard time walking, who can walk, but they just have a really hard time. I'm going to take them down to the lake for a swim. I'm going to take them down to the dock. But, I checked the footage. I'm a little bit behind. It's actually like 1:30 now. Oh, I'm actually really far behind. I had to I had to freshen up my carrot water because I'm not going to be able to scrub them today, and I need the carrots to stay in cold water. So I'm going to be scrubbing carrots tomorrow because I can blanch on Saturday when it's cooler out. But I'm going to take the little hospital ducks for a swim. Nobody's in the shed though. Oh, but there was a lot of ducks in the shed last night. All the straw is completely packed down. There's nobody in here. But I checked the footage. Yes, I don't know where. Oh, I'm lost, guys. Today I did not count on today. I checked the footage from the drone. It looks like the drone started the go home process. You can see that it started following me home, which was towards the remote control, and then all of a sudden it just went down and landed in the swamp. So the motor thing, because I thought, you know, like it hit and the motor got jammed sideways, which I spent some time in the garage. I know I said I wasn't going to work on the drone, but I wanted to see, and I have the tools to take it apart, but it turned out the motors were loose. Like the screws were all loose on them, so I don't know what you know would cause that, but it looked like in the footage that the drone started to go home and decided that out in the swamp was the go home location. That's what it looks like, because it came down very gradual in the video. Like, well, as you see, you've seen it now. You've watched the footage. It didn't come down in a big crash like I thought it did, because I thought it, you know, just fell out of the ground, out of the air, but you know, it didn't. It actually landed in, and so the fact that the motors are all sideways and jammed up, it doesn't make any sense other than maybe the motors got loose and then jammed, and because they started jamming, that's when the drone went down on the ground, and it really wasn't going home. It was just landing itself because the motors were jamming. I don't know. All of this is Greek to me. I don't know much about this stuff, but I've got to fix the motors first, which I don't know if I'm going to get to that today, because I've got to get this done right now. Well, first I'm going to take some ducks to the water that need to go for a swim, that have never had a swim in their lives, and then I'm going to attack the bathtub here and get this done. And for some reason today, Billy is staying in here. I don't understand this, because yesterday Billy was like, well, Billy was down at the lake playing, so I don't know what's going on. Actually, let's just see if I can get a view here of the goose. You can't see the goose at all. She's hidden in the back corner. She's not even standing up. So she's sitting on the nest. The goose is in there doing its job. I know if I open the door and go in there, well, let's just try that. We'll go in there and open the door and see. Then we'll go down to the lake with the ducks. I let Doug out of the house. He's walking around the yard here somewhere. I felt bad. I looked inside and he was like in there, and I don't know. Give the dog a little bit of outside time. Alright, I don't want to go in here too fast. Yeah, the goose is back there, guys. Still in the nest. So we'll leave it alone. It didn't get screwed up by it getting moved. I thought it might have. I thought, oh, you know, maybe I was screwing it up. But I just had that thing, you know, when I wake up. I tell you guys, you know, when I have those premonitions where I wake up and gut feelings, whatever you want to call them, that I need to do something. And every time I don't do it, I regret. Well, I had that feeling yesterday about the goose and the eggs in that metal shed. And I said, I had to do it. All right, let's take some ducks down to the water that need to have a swim. Oh, Dougie's walking the creek. Oh no, Doug's in the water. No, he's at this end of the creek. For some reason what are you doing, Doug? Okay, the dog just went into the mud for no reason. He's not even near the ducks or anything. He's at the far right hand side. Why would you just do that, Doug? He's mud right to his neck now. Anyways. Okay, let's get these little hospital ducks to the water. Alright, come here, little ducks. You two need to go for a swim. There's actually 3 ducks I should bring down here, but these 2 have a hard... Oh, he's running around like a fool. Dougie, what are you doing? Alright, we're going to take these 2 little ducks back to the ducks. To the water. Doug, oh, you went from all gimpy this morning to now you're running around like a fool. Okay, now he has no limp. And it was wicked this morning. The dog was like seized right up. He needs a winter of rest. Again. Oh, boys, guys, it is you would not believe how warm it is right now. I think it's like 24 degrees in the shade. And tomorrow's a repeat of this, which I have to get my bathtub done today, or the duck tub done, not mine, the duck's bathtub today, and so I can focus tomorrow on scrubbing carrots in this nice weather. I'd rather scrub carrots in nice weather than in cold weather. All right, ducks. Doug, come back here. Hey, come here. Come here, Doug. There. I'll come back down at the end of the day to make sure that they come back. Chances are I'm going to have to carry them back. I got to get the drone fixed tonight. So that means I got to get my jobs done right now. Because tomorrow morning I want to get another aerial film before this nice weather ends. It's really calm today. Nothing's happening. Oh man, things are going good. Except for the drone situation, Doug. I mean, that just sucked this morning, didn't it? I wasted so much time. I used to bring the boat with the electric motor in here and turn around in that spot right there. I used to turn the boat around in that spot right there. There's no way to be boating there now because it's all mud. Okay guys, I got 2 more hospital ducks, Magoo and the other gimp leg duck, which I don't understand. The other gimp leg duck is down at the creek. And Billy, Billy for some reason doesn't want to leave the pen today. Which makes no sense after the crazy day Billy had yesterday. The duck was everywhere. Billy's back in the pen by himself, just losing it. I'll come down at the end of the day and make sure that everybody comes home. But the ducks need to have a little duck time. All right, duck. There you go. Okay, one duck, well, the gimp duck knows what to do. It's joining the flock right away, but Magoo doesn't have a clue. You get back in the water, Magoo. Oh, look at this. The ducks are coming over to see Magoo. That's strange how they're coming over to see you. This duck. Oh, no, they're going to turn away. For them to come over, guys, with Doug right here, that's not like how ducks operate. Usually they stay away from Doug. All right, so Billy was down here on his own yesterday, so I'm not going to deal with Billy. But I just wanted to bring those little hospital ducks down here, just so they could experience this, because it is absolutely gorgeous, guys. They really should be down here having fun. Oh, look at that. They just freak right out when Doug goes near them, for no reason. Well, yeah, other than the fact they probably think Doug is a predator. All right, Magoo. Hopefully, oh, I never thought of this, guys. If a coyote runs out right now, or while I'm working in the yard, Magoo's history. Because he'll just stand there and let himself be taken. Uh-oh. Well, there's hope that we don't have any coyote action. If Magoo isn't down here later today, then we know. Okay, Doug's going in the water. And the ducks are all freaking. And I don't have a shotgun. It's up at the house. Doug might have just gone across to go over by Magoo. Because I don't see anything in the water out there. Alright, I think things are alright. Oh, there's that little duck that has the hip problem. Well, it can walk. Well, not the best, but hey, it's got to be a duck, man. Being locked in the barn like that, that's not much of an existence. It's actually really come right down to it, guys. It's like really duck hell. Alright, well, Doug's down here patrolling. Nothing's going to happen. Got to think positive. I got to go and shovel a whole bunch of gravel and get this bathtub done. What a dog. Unbelievable Doug. You look for the mud? What a dog. And he won't go out in the rain, guys. But look at it. He'll go and go in mud to his neck. You make no sense, Doug. None. Okay, Billy has come out. He's decided to be adventurous again. I don't know what's going on with him this morning that he wasn't, running with the flock, because yesterday he was an animal, literally. Billy, the other water. Go to the other water, Billy. It's full. See, he can't find his friends. He's just like, what's going on? Where'd everybody go? All there's is these loner Muscovies. Gonna have a snack. Alright, I gotta get to work, guys. I'm thinking that the next time I turn the camera on, I'm gonna have this done. That's my plan. I don't know if it's showing up or not, but that is what the earthworms look like. There are just a ton of them. I'm moving the rocks here, and I've always, like I said yesterday, I've always wondered, where all the feces goes that gets trapped in the rocks. And there you have it, guys. The worms eating it. Yes, Doug, I love you too. I'm getting some love here because I'm bent over with the camera, so Doug's thinking it's time to come over and give me a kiss. Hey, Doug? But it's just like full of these little baby earthworms, just a ton of them. Mother Nature, eh? Cleaning up the duck feces. Because I could never figure it out, like why the rocks just weren't floating in duck feces. Now I know why. Well, I knew yesterday, I figured it out, but I want to share it with you. Just a crazy amount of earthworms eating the feces up. All right, back to work. I'm here working away. Everything's nice and calm, quiet. The ducks are playing at the lake. Doug is in the middle of the swamp, but actually dead center between myself and the ducks. Starts barking his head off. I look up from working, and the ducks are just losing it. They're trying to jump over the creek, trying to get out of the water, and they're all in a big clump. So I go running down there like Rambo with the shotgun, and 2 wild ducks landed right amongst them. Like it was like they were, when I walked down there, all of a sudden these 2 ducks flew out right in between, and it had everybody just totally freaked out. I thought for sure it was a massive predator attack because the ducks were on the other side of the creek and they were trying to jump across. And anyways, I went down there, stood there at the side of the creek, and there was like nothing, not a sign of anything in the water. Ducks were just absolutely freaked out over 2 drakes, 2 wild mallard drakes landed right in the flock and absolutely sent them over the edge. So right now all the ducks are like in this tight formation, freaked right out because 2 wild ducks landed and we're with them at the water. The only duck that wasn't freaked out was Magoo. He was down there playing away like nothing was wrong. Magoo has got problems. I don't think that duck can see anything. I think it might even be deaf. I don't know. Anyways, I gotta get back to work here. Oh man, I didn't need that today. And him, false alarm, barking like he was standing in the middle of the swamp and he was barking. I look up and he looks back at me like, you know, hey, come on. And it was like he was trying to talk to me. And I swore that I would listen to him, you know, when he does that. And this time I just grabbed the shotgun, ran, and it was a total false alarm. So I'm thinking I'm not going to listen. Next time I won't listen, something actually will be happening. By the way, Billy left. He's down at the lake swimming around. I guess he had enough of the Muscovies. And another thing too that's strange is now the goose is out of the metal shed. These Muscovy males are outside now. I'm thinking they were eating the eggs. That's what I'm thinking. I think the Muscovies were eating the eggs that the goose was rolling out. And they were just sitting waiting for an egg. That's the only thing I can think of. Well, I didn't get it done, but I made a good dent in it. I got to go do search and rescue here to find Magoo and the other gimp duck. And I gotta do my chores, and I gotta go do my edit because I really want to work on the drone tonight and get it fixed for tomorrow morning. But I've got this all taken apart. I've got all the flat stones laying over here. As you can tell, the Muscovies are already over here eating all the worms that were underneath the rocks. They've actually already cleaned up all the worms. They've eaten everything. Tomorrow I'll get this done. I just didn't count on 3 hours drone search and rescue today. I didn't count on that at all, actually. Of course, I never count on distractions here. Who would actually really think about it? You plan your day, you're supposed to get something done, and then it doesn't work out that way. But tomorrow this will look really nice when I'm done. That's the plan. But right now, I'm going to go down to the swamp and see if I can find the hospital ducks, bring them back here, do my chores, and then go do my edit, which I'm hoping I can get done and uploaded for you guys tonight. And then I'm going to go and fix the drone if everything works out here. Well, I found this one. The one that has the hips that are completely spread apart. Well, actually Doug found it. It was walking back to the pen. Look at Dougie. Oh man, that's so cute. He lets the ducks rub up against him. If they only knew he was friendly. Well, the other ones. It seems the handicapped ones know. Like, look at that. He's so gentle. Except right now, he's stepping. Doug, what are you doing? You're giving it kisses, huh? Oh, what a dog. It was kisses, trust me, guys. That's the way Doug does it. He does the same thing to me, you know, my arm. What he does, he puts his mouth around you, and then he takes his tongue, and he pushes his tongue against you. That's exactly what he was doing to the duck. It looked like he was eating the duck. I'm hoping that actually turns out good, that there was no solar flare. That would be a cool picture of Dougie swallowing a duck, but not really. So what's happened here, there's one duck that's got a gimp foot and Magoo that are in the water, and they swim away from me when I went down to the creek. I went to the other side of the creek with Doug, thinking I could push them back this way. Not happening. They're staying down there. They won't come back. Magoo is he's just swimming randomly any direction. He's got no purpose, no focus, nothing. He's lost. But he doesn't know enough to come out of the water. And if he came out on this side, I could get in between him and the creek. But I can't. I tried. And he got to one spot there. I thought I could get close to him. And then I started sinking and I was going to get wet. And I said, I'm not going in the creek for the duck. So I got to do my chores. If Magoo and the other one don't come back, well, they're going to either they're going to survive the night or they're not. But they won't come back. Not going to cooperate. It ain't going to happen. Well, the two little renegade ducks have decided to come home. I'm going to go down and give Magoo a hand here because Magoo has gone a little bit off of course here. He's a little bit over there. And the other duck is right there. This is the one with the tuft on the back of her head. And I thought her hips were a lot worse than the other ones. I'm positive the one with the tuft in the back of its head was the one that was laying on the ground all the time. It's coming home. I don't believe the little thing. Waited till right to the end. It and Magoo were the only ducks left down here. But I've got to go and give Magoo a hand here. Magoo's taking some kind of maze back. I don't know what it's doing here. I think if I probably left you, you would make it back. But you're not headed towards the house, though. You're headed towards the bush. All right, Magoo, let me catch you. Oh! What a shame you're a male. Just beautiful colors, though. Like, look at that, eh? Like some really nice colors. I think Fabio was probably his dad. All right, let's take you back. You got a wicked set of claws on you, though. Well, this little guy's stumbling home slow but sure. You don't need assistance. You know where you got to go. It's a little male, too. I can see the green on its head starting. I'm trying to remember the one with the tuft on the back of its neck. How gimped it was. It's doing better. Even the other one that was totally flat in its stomach and, you know, the legs were completely screwed. It's walking around. All right. I'll show you where the food is. I'm thinking you don't know where the food is. There you go, Magoo. Well, you're not even hungry. End of the day, ducks are looking at, oh, we gotta go into the pen, but there's someone in it. I'm still not inside editing. I'm not gonna edit tonight. I just got my chores done. I'm going to fix the drone. I'll edit, I don't know, 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. tomorrow. So there's gonna be no episode tonight, unfortunately, guys, but that's just the way it is. I'm just looking around where my dog is. I don't know. The goose came out of the barn and is around the yard roaming somewhere. It came out, jumped over top of the barrier because I opened it up today and put a water in there so that she could get water, you know, to make her feathers moist so she could go back on the nest. So I put that little kiddie pool there and she came out and jumped and took off. But she didn't come out right away when I opened the front gate. It took her a little while and I'm looking for her here and is that her? There she is. She's the really dirty one. Here, I'll try to get you a better view. So there she is, guys, right there. That's her. So she's out roaming around. I don't know if she's going to go back into the barn. But when I opened the barn up and put the water in front, it took her a good hour before she came out of the barn. So I don't know. But she is sitting on the nest. So I don't know what she's doing. I think, you know, because she's she's only, what, 2 years old. I think she's 2. The geese aren't like ducks. They don't have that the instinct doesn't kick in right away. It takes a couple years because ducks, you know, only have a life, you know, roughly, you know, 7 to 10 years, and a goose is like 15 to 18. So I think that's about it. They're almost double compared to a duck because, you know, they mature a lot later in life. So maybe, you know, it's a total wash. She thinks she's doing something, but nothing. And the fact that, you know, we've gone from 4 eggs to 3 to 2. I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe nothing. My dog's working though. He's down at the swamp, watching. There you go. Just waiting for anything to come out, so that he could stress his shoulder out, and you know, go for a rip. What a dog. So now I'm going to take the drone apart and see if I can fix it. And if I can fix it, the next thing I got to do is plug it into the computer, and I've got to recalibrate the computer in the drone because I'm thinking that it thought home was out there and from the crashes, because we've had a couple crashes with it, and Peter did tell me that when you crash you do need to reset the computer, so I'm thinking that's the problem. which makes no sense because yesterday it did the come home thing and the day before it did the come home thing and it landed within like 5 feet of where it took off. I don't know. We're gonna, this drone stuff, it's all Greek to me. We're out of commission on the drone, guys. I've got it apart here, and I guess when it was sitting in the swamp and it was saying go home, and I guess the props were sort of spinning. I'm thinking they were sort of spinning, or they've melted. They melted the housing. This side's all, I can't get this screw out. This screw I'm gonna have to drill out from the other side. And this one here, it's really melted bad. I thought, you know, I could MacGyver it to get us back in the air, but it's seriously deformed. Like seriously deformed. The props aren't sitting in the right place. This is bad news. I've got to order another plastic body housing for it. I can't see how I can fix the deformity. That's the problem. It's like it's so precise in the hole that like I'm normally I'd try to MacGyver something like this, but it's so deformed. Like even spacers with washers, I don't think I can get it. I'm 99.9% sure we're just screwed on the drone situation. I've got to order another plastic body, like right now, well tonight, actually, when I go inside. Maybe we can get it expressed here and I can have it here for Monday, Tuesday next week. Let's hope. Maybe if I can find somebody in Canada. If I can find somebody in Canada, I can have it here probably by Monday, Tuesday the latest. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go inside. Well, I'm going to go lock the ducks up and call the night. Oh, man. Yeah, the ducks are getting in position. Actually, they're flowing inside. So let's go over there and take care of the ducks. Oh, I don't believe this. I think that when it was jammed sideways, it was not enough sideways to cause it to turn off, because I know if it's upside down, it'll turn off. I know it gets to a certain point when you're tipping it, it turns off. I'm thinking when it was sitting in the swamp, it wasn't on enough angle to turn the unit off. I think, because I know I've played with it, turning it, and if you turn it too much on its side, it turns off. Oh, Dougie's coming out of the bush here. He's freaking the ducks out. Yeah, so I know that for a fact, that if it gets turned too much on an angle off a plane, it automatically kills the motor. So I'm thinking when it went down in the swamp today, it was still on enough of an angle that it stayed on, and it just caused the motors to get red hot. I might even actually have two bad motors now because of the overheat. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to order 2 motors and a new body. Come on guys, go in. I gotta go inside and order some replacement parts so we can get back in the air quick, really quick actually. Like really, really quick. Come on, in you go, ducks. That just sucks, guys. That sucks a lot, actually. I was just getting the hang of the mornings there, and had it up in the air so that I could get some nice aerial shots of the morning rush. Things were happening. It unhappened real fast. Come on, ducks, in you go. I just don't believe this. Hey, why would you go back and forth, ducks? Just go inside. I got very little patience tonight. I gotta go order parts to keep the show going. Well, the aerial part of it. In you go. Okay, come on. Come on, Scobie. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, who are you? Are you one of our hospital ducks? Come on. You are. You're a hospital duck, and you're totally confused on what you got to do. Go inside there. Yeah, you are a hospital duck. Yeah, when they first come out, they don't know what to do. They don't know what the routine is. I'm just so up. I don't believe it, man. it just melted all the motor mounts. I got looking at it thinking, you know, I could build it up with some washers and that, but it's so twisted and almost whacked myself in the face there. Stone. It's so twisted and melted. Oh, it's I can't. It's not something like a MacGyver. Plus I need really small washers, and I don't have any really small washers like that small to do that kind of job, and the exact thickness that I need. That's like high-tech stuff. I'm more of a, you know, garage kind of work around the house type of stuff, not electronics. All right, well, I'm out of commission on the drone. Oh man, that just sucks. But I'm going to order extra motors just in case, because I'm thinking that the motors got seriously fried today. I'd hate to, you know, order a body, do the complete swap over, and then find out that, you know, the motors got overheated and got screwed. But it's so deformed. Like, I'm trying to think if I have anything that I can use to rebuild this to get it so that it's straight. Because that's what it's supposed to look like right there. Perfectly straight plastic mounts on the bottom. And they're definitely warped out of shape. Must have got really hot. I know, just to get the 3 screws that are in there, I'm going to actually have to take and cut the plastic with a soldering gun. The plastic is so melted around the screws that the screws won't even come out. So we're out of commission. Damn, man, that just sucks. All right, well, I gotta go order some parts. I'm oh man, the duck adventure, duck curveballs. This is not even really duck oriented. It's just more of a share thing. I know and tomorrow was going to be just gorgeous here. Well, I guess I might actually take tomorrow off just because I'm depressed now. I'm thinking I might do that, guys. No filming tomorrow. I think I'm just upset. I'm gonna take a day off. And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends and enjoy the show.